Customer success is a new generation of customer service where we proactively reach out to our learners instead of waiting for them to come to us with issues.
Our department is focused on all the live interaction with our customers after they've bought Rosetta Stone.
If the customers aren't successful, then we're not successful.
It's not that they're, thrown out there with that program and, figure it out on their own. We have this team that's there to make sure that they can use the program and be successful with it.
They're not in it alone, you're there with them, you're helping them through every step of the way as they're learning.
It's important to ensure that they are able to get the type of experience that we intended to when we designed the software and the purpose for it.
We want them to ultimately just reach their goals and be happy about it.
Probably have a ton of stories.
We are all about the learner. We're all about supporting the learner however we can. Anytime we have one story, we share it amongst ourselves, and it gets us excited. At the end of the day, we feel like we just made a difference. I am a new associate in the customer success department. Owen is a young man, early 30s, and he is currently learning Hindi. And he said, well, I'm in love with a woman. I've been dating her for 3 years, and I want to propose to her, and I want her to know that I love her so much I want to learn about her heritage. At the end of the day, I just want to blow her socks off. I'm like, Owen, seriously, you've already blown my socks off. That's great. What surprised him was that he got more than a learning experience. He got support. And he got support in a really creative, fun, unique way. I know that you think we inspire you, but at the end of the day, your story inspires us so much, it actually makes us do our job better.
I'm a Korean coach. I have this one student, her name is Jane. She's learning Korean because her daughter-in-law is a Korean person. She's been very persistent every week, every Monday. She's always on time. She's very eager to learn, very well prepared. Her enthusiasm is very inspiring. And each lesson, each session, I can see that she's improving a lot. I feel very committed to the experience because it's my mother tongue that I'm teaching. When the learner is struggling, I also feel I'm also struggling. We are no longer just a coach and a learner, we actually become friends. So yes, I feel very committed to their experience.
My name is Christine and I'm a customer success associate. I've been lucky and fortunate to have a lot of great experiences, but one that has stuck out in my mind has been a learner called in and he is learning Mandarin. He's learning for his Chinese fiance and they're soon to be having their first daughter. So he wants to be able to speak to her in both English and Mandarin. I'd like to think of us as almost personal trainers for languages. We motivate learners, we encourage them, and we also support them along the way of their language learning journey. We're pretty much here for them whenever they need us. It's a really rewarding feeling and it's a nice way to leave work every day knowing that you've done your part to just help learners along and continue learning their languages.
I work in the customer care department of customer success. The customer's name was Jennifer and she was learning Spanish. She's a little bit older, not as familiar with computers, and she really had a passion for learning the language, but she just wasn't as familiar with computer, getting it installed. I could just tell she was a little frustrated and one more transfer might just kill her, She might be done, with Rosetta Stone, might just want to return. So I just took all the time I could, walked her through the steps. She didn't even know where her start menu was on her computer. She was on her way to learning Spanish. So she was super excited and it was really good for me because I could really realize that it takes a lot of patience to deal with people sometimes because they don't have all the knowledge on how to use this stuff like we do every day.
I'm Melissa, Senior Client Account Manager, and I've had the opportunity to work with the U.S. Marine Corps. I heard a great story from a Marine who is stationed in Afghanistan and was very excited about the fact that he was able to communicate with the locals, particularly the children there, in their native language of Pashto. It really helped to establish the bond with the local community and gave those kids a real sense of security so that they really respected him and looked up to him and saw him as someone that they could trust rather than just a big scary American soldier. That's got to be the most gratifying part of this job is being able to make a difference in a situation like that where it's really helping our soldiers overseas to make their lives just a little bit easier in such a difficult situation has just really touched my heart.
I do consumer product support. Typically, the less you hear from people, the more successful they're being. The biggest thing I've ever taken from what I do is the fact that these people are trying to improve their lives somehow, whether it be to speak with loved ones or to communicate with their loved ones' families. I remember one lady, her son had moved to France and she wanted to be able to speak with her grandkids. And I got her on her way again to being able to do that. That's a great feeling, the fact that you're helping someone improve their lives.